You know, with the change in the season, some of us begin to feel overly tired, sluggish, and overall kind of a bit down. So what can we do to help ourselves?
Dr. Amir Smajcic joins us now to break down seasonal affective disorder, how to manage it, and when you should seek help. Doctor, thank you for coming in. For people at home that are sitting there thinking, how do I know if I have SAD or if I'm actually depressed? How can you tell the difference between the two?
Well, first, thank you for having me here. I think it's wonderful that we are arranging this for our Chicago viewers because it's really prevention, and actually this is a public health intervention. So how do we know when it starts, and how do we differentiate it from depression? It is usually milder symptoms than depression.
Okay.
But it is something that is described like having more need to sleep, getting more sleepy, yawning more during the day, feeling more tired, feeling more sad, feeling more unhappy, having difficulties with concentration due to that, and then commonly craving for different foods like carbohydrates and also drugs and alcohol.
The comfort stuff, right?
Yes, comfort stuff, self-medicating, what we call.
That's sad,
Yes.
not depression.
Well, and SAD and depression, but it starts with SAD at this time of the year. And then if it gets more complicated, if it lasts for about 2 weeks and longer, and goes for a longer amount of time, and if the symptoms are more than what I just said, that is usually depression. So it's very connected with many mood disorders. But in many people, it is only that.
Okay. And I don't want to say good thing about SAD is, but you can prevent it or at least stave it off, correct?
You can prepare for that.
Okay.
So it is something that you usually experience every winter.
Yeah.
All of us, right? Some to, lesser level, some to more than that. But what we can do is we can start thinking, how do you deal with this winter that is coming? And what is it that I can do? So few things that we can all do for ourselves is, for example, aerobic exercise. It elates, it gives energy, it changes neurochemicals in a similar way as we sometimes try to do with the medication. And it's also very good for physical health. Just doing that tends to be very helpful. Then we have, bright therapy devices, bright light therapy devices that are very useful. In some patients not.
Okay.
But like 30 minutes of that can decrease the symptoms.
What about just getting out and getting some sunlight, period?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually joke to my patients, how about I can write on the prescription 7 days of Florida?
Well, there you go.
The problem is, we are busy, we are working, and we live in a town that has more of the cloudy, dark days.
Yeah.
And that is what makes Chicago different than, LA or Miami or Phoenix. I mean, I frequently joke with my patients about this. I say, the only good thing about weather in Chicago is what? Psychiatrist gets busy.
Well, and let's talk about supplements too, because vitamin D, I've always been told, May to October is the time you want to take it to help stave some of that off, correct?
Yes. So what vitamin D does? During the sunny days, sun actually triggers the enzyme that makes vitamin D to cross from the stomach into the blood.
Okay.
Vitamin D is direct precursor of serotonin, so it keeps serotonin level at the normal.
When do you
What
know?
happens if I can? I'm sorry.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I just want to explain because it's very nice to know what's happening. When there is no sun, vitamin D does not cross from the stomach into the blood. Serotonin drops, and we start having the symptoms.
Okay.
Okay. So when do you know that you need to actually seek professional help? After you've gone for the walk, or you've done the light therapy, or you've done the vitamin D, when do you need to go see actual help?
I think it's good to see professional even when we experience the symptoms to get the guidance about what to do. Should we do only self-help, or do we need to think of something more than that? But let's say we do the self-help and it doesn't help. We should go and seek for the professional help. But even more so, we start gaining weight, start seeking for alcohol and drugs. Our professional work gets in danger. Marital life, romantic life, social life, right? All those things can be jeopardized by this, and that is when we should be looking for professional work.
Yeah. Don't let it get too bad.
Exactly.
Understand that it could happen, but don't let it get out of hand.
Exactly.
Real quickly, I want to mention the fact that now cannabis has been legalized here in Chicago, in Illinois. Is that an option?
For me, it is not.
Okay.
For me, it is not.
Explain
we just
why.
talked about it earlier.
Yes,
so
explain
every day I'm getting questions about cannabis and how should I use cannabis. I like to think of that in a similar way as alcohol. But what many of the cannabis users do not know is that cannabis is depressant, long term. So basically, it puts mood into lower level if we do this every day. To not mention that, when I worked at the inpatient wards in, a few hospitals in Chicago, it was not seldom that we would get patients who would get psychotic from using too much of cannabis. So then we have this situation when cannabis is legalized, and I think it's good that it is legalized. But we cannot say to the patient, take this much and it's helpful
'Cause it's
for,
not enough
let's say,
studies out
anxiety
there.
or sleep,
Yeah.
and don't do this much because it can do this and that.
Yeah.
That is what we don't know.
Not
We don't
there
have
yet.
those.
Yeah, we still need to
guidelines.
do some more studying.
Right.
Doctor, thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
coming
much.
in.
Thank
I
you very
appreciate
much.
your help
Thank
here.
you.